Hello, y'all. Welcome to part 19 of my Italy playthrough in the game Hearts of Iron 4. In part 18, we officially started our campaign in Asia, which has been somewhat successful thus far for the Italians. And right now we have a free research slot, or two actually, so let's go down here and look around. What can we do? It is the year 1944, and we do have to keep that in mind when it comes to technology and such. Let's get fuel refining, get that done. Also get some artillery upgrades, or no. Let's get maybe an anti-air upgrade, just do that. And some people want to join the wars we're involved in. No, those are our puppets, and we said no to that. And we want to battle somewhere in the Caribbean. We sunk a few British destroyers that belong to the United Kingdom, whatever they still left over in their navy, their merchant fleet, I guess. So let's unpause now and continue our offensive into Russia, which has been quite successful. Well, not even somewhat successful, like I said earlier. It's been going very well. Honestly, the Japanese did not have many divisions here, and there's a huge Axis buildup on this, what could be considered the new Eastern Front. And we have more divisions available at this time. They are infantry divisions, I think. Yes, they are. Are they? Yes. Okay, they'll go to the 6th Army, which is fighting in Asia at this time. And we're focusing heavily on the front, the theater in Asia. And we still have some troops left. We have a different army group entirely in the Americas, holding out in New England, well, New Brunswick, and in Yucatan and Quebec and such. But we are going to eventually maybe do something there at some point in time. Not right now. We're just holding out and trying to survive while we focus on Japan. And there's a ton of naval battles as well. Our naval bombers are engaging a lot of enemy ships in the Caribbean. Tons of stuff is getting sunk, I guess. Siam has capitulated. We sunk some destroyers here. A American destroyer was lost. More ships were lost. That was a convoy. No, those are destroyers belonging to Chile who joined Allies. A lot of Latin American countries are part of the Allies. And so we had a huge battle here. A battle that saw the loss of an American battleship, the USS California, as well as a cruiser called the USS Northampton. We lost a cruiser, though, I think. And our naval bombers are really doing a lot of damage to the U.S. Navy in the Caribbean, as you can tell by the constant results, the constant news about ships being sunk and whatnot. But we are losing some destroyers, and more infantry divisions are available. They'll go to Asia, where they will fight. And do we have any more command power for new commanders? Because some of our armies do not have commanders at this time, and we do not have enough command power. Oh well. And let's keep fighting then. We're going to gain more ground in Russia as time goes on, and more of Japan. They're sending more troops here, I think, even though Siam was forced to capitulate. I think the Allies defeated them. Maybe. Yeah, looks like I think they did it. That seems to be the case for what happened there. And what is this about? This is free military factories. Start making more guns. I reckon. Do that. More divisions are ready to go. Just send them to these commanderless armies we have in Asia. Well, yeah, on the Asian theater. Just keep taking more and more of Russia. Drive back the Japanese forces there. We hope to defeat the the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Spear, and then advance on the Allies. Because we were trying to take on the Allies earlier in the Americas, it just wasn't going well as Italy. So our strategy in the long term at this point is just hold what we have in the Americas while engaging with the Japanese and eventually defeating them in a war. Then us and Germany can move on the Americas together and defeat the Allies. The Americans just have tons of resources and divisions, which is very annoying for us to take on. And more join war requests right there. Have to get rid of those, just ignore them. More infantry divisions are ready. Well, one infantry division, send them to the 10th International Army. There we go. And the international armies consist of usually entirely, say, puppet divisions. Well, divisions from our puppets as Italy. And they are of varying quality. So sometimes the divisions will be good, sometimes they will be bad. It honestly just depends on their template. And we have a research slot available here. Let's go for nuclear bombs. That'll be ready in about a year. So we're going to start getting nuclear tech. And let's begin building some nuclear reactors in Italy and start setting up for possible nukes to be deployed against the enemies of Benito Mussolini. which I'm sure will be quite destructive as nuclear bombs will. So build up some more nuclear reactors all over the Italian domain, like Sicily. We'll build them in Sicily, Istria, all those places. And an operative can be recruited. We're having a lot of operatives in Australia right now who is a member of the Allies. Let's have them let's have them increase our ideology, see what happens there. Boost ideology. Boost ideology in Australia. Do that. They gotta be... No, that's not gonna work. Just set up an intel network. Set that up in Australia. Get that done. And so we have an intel network being built up. Let's use boost ideology. Get that done. And just try to do what we can to boost the support of fascism in Australia, just so we can maybe start a coup, a civil war that will hopefully see Australia be distracted by, the Allies will be distracted by that conflict. Some Ace pilots are being promoted, okay. And how is stuff looking for that? The Australian People's Republic is going to start being affected more and more by fascism, which will get more popular by today, thanks to the influence of our operatives, and we'll just concentrate all of our intelligence operatives, all the operatives of our intelligence agency in Australia. Now we can get something else in our naval doctrine, subsidiary carrier role. We don't even have aircraft carriers, but I just did it anyway. Let's get paratroopers 3, because we can, and free military factories. What can we do? Just get support equipment, perhaps. We need more naval bombers. We also need more rubber, but who are we going to get it from? We need to build a refinery or something. But we need to focus on the reactors also. So just build nuclear reactors for now. The plans can wait. And if we have to deploy those nuclear bombs, we do have some strategic bombers we captured from the British when they were forced to surrender following the Italian invasion of the UK. So we can use those. They're like Halifax planes, I think. And we're pushing more and more here, trying to drive back the Japanese. And this place is being captured for the Italian forces and for Russia, the Russian Empire, our puppet. And we're advancing pretty hard right now. The Japanese just are too spread out, I think. They're fighting against both us and the Allies, and they're fighting right now in India, which for some reason the Hellenic states sent some troops into India via naval invasion. I guess they got from the Arabian Peninsula to a port in India, and it looks like these divisions who landed here might be kicked out very soon. It seems that way. Some of them might be surrounded, so RIP to Greeks, I guess. They're going to lose some troops. And the British Raj is facing the Japanese-backed Pakistan, and the Japanese are also fighting in Southeast Asia, in Siam, which has been forced to surrender to the Allies down there. And so the Japanese are basically on 3 fronts, and it seems that their weakest link is in Russia, where they seem to have a few of their units getting surrounded now, and that's bad for them, obviously. So let's try to take them out with our Italian troops and our international divisions, which, as said before, is just a bunch of divisions of varying quality from the puppets of Italy. And the Americans are trying to push us back in New Brunswick. It's not going too well for them. We're just trying to dig in and hold. And the Germans are trying to advance in Yucatan, but we're playing more defensively. We're focusing entirely on the defensive effort in the Americas right now. We just can't afford to advance on 2 fronts at this time, and so we just chose to focus on Asia at this moment. So we're just prioritizing that and hoping that will be good enough until we can turn around and face the Americans. So keep pushing into Asia. Well, now Xinjiang, some of our divisions are having problems with attrition. I may need to build railroads, but I can't because the Greater German Reich has the majority of control in these areas, so that is a problem for us, I guess. Let's get some more fighters constructed, build them up, and let's also start making a few more, maybe destroyers. We have anti-air for some reason. I don't know why we're building anti-air, but we do have it. And let's get some more convoys built with some dockyards we captured, apparently. That's done. Some outdated equipment's in production. Did we handle that? I think we did. I think that was the anti-aircraft weapons. And let's get, for rocket artillery, I guess, I don't know. That's not going to be useful. Let's go here. Let's get Recon Company 3 for our support companies that I think our divisions use. I believe they do. Maybe they don't. Whatever, ace pilot promoted. Ace pilot promoted. Probably a bunch of naval bomber pilots, frankly. And let's start building. Actually, no. We got to focus on those nuclear reactors. I was going to build a huge air base in central, say, the central part of the Russian Empire we have captured recently, but that might not be worth it at this time. We got to just build nuclear reactors right now, so we can start maybe getting nuclear bombs in the near future. And we still have some encircled Japanese divisions here. Can we focus on destroying them? Okay, never mind. It's not going so well. Keep pushing into Russia, though. How much manpower does the Russian Empire even have at this point? They are getting back some territory, though. And they have 387k manpower. How is everything going in Australia for them? They have, at this point, 22.8. Yeah, they're definitely getting influenced by fascist operatives of Italy. And let's start getting more upgrades for our intelligence agency. Maybe a radio interception group. No. Let's go here. Diplomacy training, commando training. That's not going to work. Operations. We captured some agent. Okay. What can we do? Portable radios. That's not going to work. Psychological warfare. Oh yeah, our agents are just effective in that. Let's maybe build up the departments we have. Army intelligence or something. I think it might be worth it for us just to build up our entire intelligence agency, just to conduct a pretty espionage-focused war on the Allies right now, alongside our naval bombers in the Caribbean and whatnot, with our troops we still have sitting around. And what is going on here in Central America? The Germans are making some advances, it seems. But we're just trying to focus primarily on Asia, but we are going to keep the intelligence agencies, the intelligence agency of Italy, and the troops we still have left in the Americas focused on the Allies. That is what we're going to do there. Meanwhile, any new troops we make, or any new airplanes, they're going to go to the Asian theater. And maybe we could invade Afghanistan, I don't know. There's just a bunch of German divisions bordering these places not doing anything. Like, seriously, they have like, what? That's so many divisions of the Axis just bordering Iran. Like, why? Why are you doing that? It's not helping anything. Maybe Germany wants to invade Iran at some point, I don't know. But we're still advancing more and more into Russia. We destroyed a few of those, I think. Those, what is it? What are they called? The Japanese divisions. And let's start researching advanced rocket engines. We could probably start getting rocket fighters at some point, but that will take some time. And this nuclear reactor in Sicily will be ready on the 28th of May, 1945. Currently, it is the 6th of February, 1945 right now. And our war with Japan may not be over until 1946 or until 1947, if I had to say, unless we get some crazy thing we can use on the Japanese. And so we could do that at some point in time. Maybe. We'll see. And the Barmuntian Commonwealth's rebirth, that has taken place. And I think they are a puppet of... Yeah, Poland has been a puppet to Germany for what feels like forever now. And they're going to reach out to the underground state. And I have no clue what that's going to do. But, oh no, that doesn't seem good. It looks like some Polish home army focus. That's going to do what? They're going to declare independence and fight against Germany, aren't they? Yeah, I'm not liking how that's going to end for Poland. That might be bad for the Axis, though, because if Poland breaks away from Germany and declares war on them, that's going to be a conflict relatively close to home for the Axis faction. And frankly, we haven't had a conflict in Europe for a long time now, because I think the UK fell in 1942 or 1943, so that would be pretty shocking to see Poland try to take on its current overlord, the Greater German Reich, which I'm sure will have some trouble sending some divisions to go face the Polish. And how are we advancing still? We may need to give our units a new order because they're currently reaching the extent of their offensive line. The second army group is. So let's give them a new order, a new directive, and they'll push now into more of, say, Russia and Mongolia up here, and they'll also go perhaps into Tibet, I don't know. Just push where we can and start that order. That's 77 divisions in all in the second army group. And the provisional government of the Kingdom of Libya, they are not ready yet. We don't want to establish any provisional government at this time. Let's just keep pushing with what we have. And can we build up this air base in... Okay, I'm going to just do it. Can we build up this air base at all? Air base. Air base. Where is it? Air base. Level 10 air base, please. We'll still have some factories working on our nuclear reactors in Sicily, which will be up still in 1945, so that would be good for us. And it is March 1945 at this point, the 1st of March. And I'm going to end part 19 of my Italy playthrough in Hearts of Iron 4 here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have an awesome day.